Good morning, dear students. Welcome to your EVS class. My name is Ms. Shilpa Lambert, and today we are going to see lesson number 21, Water and Weather, part 2. Children, in previous part we saw about weather and sun and weather and water and weather. Now, today we are going to see evaporation, condensation and water cycle. So let's start. Evaporation. The heat of sun changes water into water vapors. This process of change of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. See children, the process of change of water. See, this is a water and it is changed into water vapor on heating, means in sun it is heating, and that process is called evaporation. The sun's heat make water from seas, lakes and rivers evaporate. Higher the temperature, higher is the rate of evaporation. Higher the temperature means sun, higher the rate of evaporation. Water gets evaporated faster on windy days. Water gets evaporated faster. Now, evaporation means the process of turning from liquid into vapors, means this water, it's turning into water vapors. This is called evaporation. Water also evaporates faster when it is spread over a large surface. Therefore, water evaporates more from seas, means if it is spread over a large surface like in oceans, rivers, lakes and water tanks. The amount of water vapor in air, that is means humidity. You know children, what is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. Also affects the rate of evaporation. That also affects the rate of evaporation. What affects? Humidity. Dry air increases the rate of evaporation. Hence, the four factors on which the rate of evaporation of water depends. So, therefore, there are four factors in which rate of evaporation depends, that are temperature, wind speed, humidity and surface area. These are the factors on which the rate of evaporation depends. Higher values of each will result in the higher rate of evaporation. This is all about evaporation. Now, condensation. Children, here we have given one figure. See, what is there? Let's see. When we boil water in a pan and cover it with a lid, we find tiny droplets of water underside the lid. This is because as we heat water, it changes into water vapor. Okay, see now, here what we have done, we have boiled water in a pan. Okay, and now that we have covered with a lid. Okay, so what is going on? The tiny particles, tiny droplets of water is underlying the lid. Okay, and then again that heat water changes into water vapor. Again it is going to change into water vapor. These water vapor, when touches the surface of the lid, cool down and changes into water droplet. That is going to touch to the lid, and that again it cool down and it come back to water droplets again. This process of change of water vapor into water on cooling is called the condensation. Next is your water cycle. Now, what is water cycle? In nature, the process of evaporation and condensation takes place continuously. Heat from the sun evaporates the water from the lakes, river, oceans and other water bodies and becomes water vapors. These water vapors condense and fall back on the earth as rain and snow. This process continues again and again and is known as water cycle. Now, let me explain what is water cycle. In nature, the process of evaporation and condensation takes place continuously, means it never ends. Now, how it's work? First, heat from the sun evaporates the water. See, first water evaporates from the sun, and then other water bodies and became water vapors, and it becomes water vapor. This water vapor condense, means condensation process is now going on and fall on the earth. And see, now again it fall means it again fall in the form of rain and snow. That is called precipitation. Okay, and this process continues. This process continues and is known as the water cycle. Besides rain, condensation also causes dew, hail, frost, snow and fog. These are all different forms of precipitation, means in which form water will come. So there are different types of precipitation that we will see now. Okay, before that children, let's we see one video on condensation and evaporation.
Evaporation and condensation. In this module, let us understand the natural phenomenon of evaporation and condensation. As a result of a rainy day, Jay's coat gets wet. Now, in order to dry it up, he hangs the coat on the terrace roof. Next morning, he finds that the coat has dried up. Aren't you surprised? How could water-soaked coat lose all that water? Let me explain you. The water in the coat has been converted into gaseous form and has been transferred into the air through a process called as evaporation. Thus, evaporation is a process by which water is converted from its liquid form to the gaseous form. The process of evaporation constantly takes place in the nature. Do you know? Sun is the major cause for evaporation. Winds also contribute in the evaporation process. Thus, we can conclude that the clothes would dry up faster on a windy sunny day than on a normal sunny day. Condensation process. When water vapor is converted into water, we call it the process of condensation. The process of conversion of water vapors into water is called as condensation. Do you know? The process of evaporation and condensation creates a water cycle in the Mother Nature. Now let us understand the water cycle. Initially, the water is converted into water vapors with the help of sun rays. Due to the low temperature in atmosphere, these water vapors are converted back to water by the process of condensation, resulting in the rain. Thus, the water completes a full cycle, from first being in the liquid form, then converting into gaseous form, and then finally converting back to the water form in the form of rain. So we can conclude that the process of evaporation and condensation is responsible for water cycle in nature. We have learned the process of evaporation, the process of condensation, the process of water cycle and the rain.
Now, let's see different forms of precipitation. First is your dew. When the nights are cold, water vapors in the air condense and form tiny droplets on the ground, on plants and other things outside. These are called dewdrops. See children, here you are able to see the dewdrops. Okay, these are the drops. Now next, fog. During the winter season, children, have you seen the fog? Yes, if you are going anywhere near hill station, so you will see the fog. During the winter season, the warm and moist air becomes very cold. There is a high level of moisture in the air and water vapors in the air condense to form dense clouds of water droplets. These hang above the ground. This is called fog. How fog created? The water vapors in the air condense to form dense cloud, means it form dense cloud in the sky and fog is created. This is called fog. Have you know children, fog reduces the human vision to less than 1 kilometer. The foggiest place in the world is Grand Banks near the Canadian islands Newfoundland. It has over 200 foggy days in a year. See, there are 365 days in a year. So, among that, 200 foggy days are there in a year, where the place in the world is Grand Banks near the Canadian islands, that is Newfoundland. Now, next is your hail. When raindrops pass through very cold air in the atmosphere, they freeze into balls of ice. These balls of ice, have you ever seen children? Yes, these ice of balls to the ground. These balls of ice fall to the ground as hailstones, which are very harmful for crops. They are very harmful for the crops. Next is your frost. Frost is a thin layer of ice on a solid surface. When night becomes very chilling during winters, the dewdrops freeze and form frost. Frost can spoil the crops. Next is your snow. Have you ever seen children snow? Yes. When the air around the clouds become very cold, as in mountains, the water droplets in the cloud freeze to become snowflakes. Now what is flakes? A small, flat, very thin piece of something. Very thin piece of something. That is called the flakes. These snow falls down from the clouds during winters in hilly areas. Okay, children, this is all about your water and weather. I hope children, up to this you understood. Thank you. Have a nice day.